Hey everybody, and welcome to another Cricut Craft tutorial. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to my channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to work with opal vinyl that came in your mystery box. Now don't worry if you did not get a mystery box. I'll link everything that we're using in the video down below so you can make this craft or any other fun craft that you want to. I'm going to show you guys how to make this really fun tumbler cup. I'm going to apologize because you guys in the unboxing saw a skinny tumbler that was actually sent to me by accident, and we didn't catch the accident until it was too late. But you guys will have had the modern tapered tumbler, which is the one I wanted you guys to get because the taper on this one is a little bit less severe than on a lot of cups. So we can do these full wraps, and they're really easy to do. So I'm going to show you guys how to kind of put these vinyls along that curved edge. It's really fun, really easy to do, so let's get started. We're going to start and get the free SVG at my website, CorinneBlackstone.com. All you'll need to do is go to Free SVGs and hover over it, and it'll bring up all my free SVGs that I have for you guys, and this is the Sunflower Butterfly. Once you're into the Sunflower Butterfly, you can either click on the Here to download, or you can actually click on the Sunflower Butterfly design. Now, these are made by me and for you guys. They are for personal use only. They are not to be sold in physical or digital at all. So please, I do ask that you respect that. But all you have to do is click on the little sunflower, and it's going to open up a folder and ask you where you want to save it. So I'm going to save mine in my Cricut folder, and I'll save it under Floral. Click Save, and it should bring up a little box at the bottom of your screen. If it doesn't, you'll need to go find the folder that you saved it in and open up the zipped folder. You'll want to unzip your files by clicking Extract All and then click Extract. Once it's unzipped them, mine opens the folder that they're in, so it just makes it a little easier to find. You can go ahead and close your zipped folder, and we'll go over to Cricut Design Space. In Cricut Design Space, we are going to upload a new image, so click Upload Image and then click Browse. You can find the folder that you saved it in, so we saved this in our Floral folder, and it will be under Sunflower Butterfly, which is right here. Now we have several different types of files. That's so that anybody can use this file with whatever cutting machine they are using. But for Cricut Design Space, we're going to open an SVG, which for me shows as a Microsoft Edge document. So it may show as an internet browser document for you, but that is the SVG. Go ahead and select that, and it will open up just like this, and it just asks you to prepare upload. You can change the name if you'd like, add any tags. That helps you kind of find it in your searches if you're going to go search through your images. Go ahead and click Upload. Once it's uploaded, it'll show in your recent uploads, so select the image and click Insert Images. Now it will open pretty large. This is just Cricut Design Space. There's not much we can do about it opening large. That's just how Cricut Design Space communicates with vector programs, which is how you design things like this. So we obviously are going to need to size this down. So what I'm going to do is first size this down, and I know I don't want to go any wider than about 3 inches for this. So just up here at the top where it says size right here, I'm just going to change the width to 3. That'll automatically size the rest of it, and it's good to go. But because of the way Cricut Design Space communicates, I'm going to show you a quick little trick to help you with SVGs. What I'm going to do is select the design, and over in my Layers tab, I'm going to click the word Ungroup. What it's going to do is take each piece and make it an individual piece. Now, if we were to click Make It right now, it's going to be an absolute mess. You would have to reorganize the butterflies, and the sunflower gets kind of messed up. So what I'm going to do is click Cancel, and I'm going to go ahead and hide the yellow pieces by using these little eyeballs in the Layers tab. Then I'm just going to click and draw a box around my butterflies, and I'm going to go ahead and attach them. I'm going to bring back our yellow pieces by just clicking the eyeballs again, and then I just want to draw a box that touches the 2 yellow pieces and attach those as well. That's going to tell Cricut Design Space to hold everything in place. So now when you go to click Make It, it's going to have everything right where you placed it. So you can see that your sunflower and your butterflies are exactly where they need to be. Now on this cup, we're going to put quite a few of these designs. I'm just going to guess about how many will fit on my cup. I think I can do 6 to 7. So what I'm going to do is up here at the top. Do you see project copies? You can just use these little arrows, or you can just type in a number, hit enter, and what you'll see is that it's going to cut all of the different images that we need. So we have 7 sunflowers and 7 sets of butterflies. Now I'm going to show you a quick trick that is one of my favorite things that 143 has on its website. If you go to 143vinyl.com, you can click right here where it says show menu. And look, we have sales and deals, add-on orders, contact us, learn, cutter settings, and t-shirt design placement. We want to check out the cutter settings, so click on that and it'll take us to their resource documents. Click material cut and press settings. What we want to do is click here to download the file, and it's going to open up all of our cut settings, which is one of the things that I love that they offer. So we're using the Styletech Opal Vinyl. So let's go ahead and scroll on down and find Styletech Opal Vinyl right here. We've got Styletech Opal Vinyl. So you have different settings for each of the machines. We have a Cricut setting, a silhouette setting, and a brother scan and cut setting. Now we are going to be using our Cricut, so this is premium vinyl holographic. Now I will always recommend doing some test cuts before you start cutting on any new material. And a test cut can be as simple as cutting out a little square, little 1-inch square, or the letter R is a great option because it has lots of curves and points. So I've cut before on this material, so I know that the premium holographic setting works fine for me. So I will show you guys how to find that over in Cricut. Over in Cricut Design Space, this should come up if you are with the Maker, but if you're working on your Explore, make sure you keep your dial changed to custom. If you do that, it really does help you not forget to change your cut settings, as well as gives you this menu when you click Make It, so you have a lot more options. I just find that to be one of my favorite things with the Cricut Explore is just to keep it on the custom setting. What I'm going to do is click Browse All Materials, and I'm just going to search for Premium. Hit enter and it will bring out all of your different options. So remember, we said premium vinyl holographic works. Go ahead and select that option and click done. Now what we'll do is make sure that we load in our different holographic vinyl. So we're going to do the holographic pink for the butterflies and the holographic yellow for the sunflower piece. So let's go over to the machine and we can take a look at how to load our vinyl and get our vinyl cut. I've got our vinyl, so we have our pink and our yellow, and you can see the difference right here. The yellow's on the bottom and then the pink's on the top. And again, remember they change color. It's really, really fun. So what we're gonna do is use the standard grip mat on this, and I'm gonna show you something really quick because this vinyl does occasionally get what's called tunneling. Can you see that little lump? That is a tunnel, and it does happen because this is a stiffer vinyl. So what you can do is just use your finger and you can just gently press the tunnel out. Now we're obviously not going to be cutting anywhere on this part, but I just wanted to show you this because this can happen and it's not a big deal. It doesn't damage your vinyl in any way. It's just the nature of this vinyl. Now I don't recommend using anything like a squeegee or a scraper on this vinyl because you will scratch it. So you do want to be gentle getting the little tunneling out. But all you just do is just take your finger and just run it along the tunnel and you'll see how it's starting to disappear. Voila, no more tunnel. So just keep that in mind. That does occasionally happen with this, but we're gonna go ahead and load this. This is a permanent vinyl, so you're gonna load it color side up. And you do wanna make sure that this is pressed down really, really well because this again is a stiffer, thicker vinyl. So just make sure that you have it pressed really well. Again, I don't recommend using anything on top of this, like a brayer or anything like that, because you just want to make sure that you're not scratching your vinyl. Now I am going to load my mat backwards because this corner is stickier than this corner for me. This is a bit of an older mat, so I'm going to go ahead and load this. And I'm going to let you guys watch it cut. So remember, this is going to cut out our butterflies first. done cutting, I always want to check and make sure that it cut through. So what I'll do is I'll take my little pin pen and I just try to lift up a butterfly, and I don't do it too hard. I want to make sure that it's going to stay down. But look, it definitely cut through, so we're good on that. Go ahead and remove this one. And what I do is I flip my mat upside down and then I roll my vinyl off of my mat because I don't want to bend my vinyl at all. So just be conscious of that. Then we're going to go ahead and load the yellow vinyl next. So this one doesn't have any tunneling. We're good to go. Just load that one. And again, I'm going to load this upside down so that I don't end up with a not sticky section cutting. So again, I'm going to just make sure to press it well down because again, this is a thicker vinyl. Go ahead and just do the same thing, load it, and then we'll let this one cut out. So again, we're going to go ahead and double check just to make sure that it cut through. I like to really check these vinyls just to be safe. Looks good. Looks like it cut through perfectly. So we'll go ahead and unload. And then I'm going to trim these down and then we're going to go ahead and weed them. So let's get that started. That we want to do is make sure that we clean our cup. So I use coffee filters and rubbing alcohol to do this. Coffee filters don't have any of the fibers and things like paper towels or tissues, things like that. So I do recommend using a coffee filter when doing this. So I just put a little bit of rubbing alcohol onto my coffee filter. I kind of fold it over, let it kind of soak into it. And then all I'm going to do is wipe down my cup. So this is my stainless steel tumbler and we're just going to wipe it down. And I like to just make sure, get all the way around it. I'll get the bottom too just to make sure it's clean. And then I get around the rim. And then we're going to set this off to the side to dry. While that's drying, we can apply our transfer tape to our holographic vinyl. So what I'm going to do is peel this off. I've got a row here and then some random shapes of vinyl, so we'll be able to fit quite a bit of these just on this random piece here. So all I'm going to do is just lay this single one down and then I'll lay the next ones just sort of next to it. And then I'm going to unroll it a little bit more and we can fit the butterflies at the end here. And we'll just lay those guys down. I'm going to unroll just a little bit more. And then I'm just going to trim this off. Just real simple. This is nothing too crazy. And this is just the medium tack vinyl or transfer tape from 143 Vinyl. This is my favorite transfer tape. So I will definitely link that below for you guys. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. So I'm going to flip these over really quick. And what we're going to do is burnish them down to our transfer tape. So I just take this red squeegee, which if you got the last mystery box, you got one of these. But this is one of the things that I think is like a must-have for every crafter. You should always have a squeegee and not the hard scraper that comes with your Cricut tools, but an actual rubber squeegee because you can see that this one flexes. So this is much better for your vinyl and your transfer tape and the blanks that you're putting it on. It's less likely to scratch everything. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and take these up and I'm going to cut them all individually so I have individual decals. So I'm just going to carefully cut around. Once you have these all cut out, we can just set these over to the side because we are going to put these onto our cup. There's no wrong way to do this. There's no right way to do this. You just sort of do this how you like. Now you do want to make sure that your cup is dry. So I just sort of pick it up, make sure it looks dry. I feel it. It feels dry. I will recommend always making sure you wash your hands and don't put any lotion on your hands right before you go to do anything with vinyl or with like any kind of blank, because that oil will get on the blank. So what I like to do is I flip my vinyl upside down and I remove the backing from the vinyl. It's a little bit easier this way. And it's that way if any little spots stick, it's a little easier to get them to stick right back to your backing. So I'm just going to go ahead and gently peel this, make sure all the little pieces stay. And we're just going to lay our first decal. Now you can lay it in any direction that you want. It's up to you. You can lay it this way, that way, whatever makes you happy. I kind of want to do it like this. So I'm going to lay one pretty close to the top. And I'm just going to try to get it fairly straight. What I like is that you really don't have to be perfectly straight with this because of the way the design is made. So it's okay if it's a little off center. Nobody will notice because of the little butterflies. So then what you want to do is take your squeegee and just burnish down your decal to your cup. Now what I like about these, if you notice, the taper on them isn't quite so severe. So you can use decals on these a little bit easier. You can still put a decal on that taper and it looks fine. When they're really sharp angles, it's a little bit harder to get the decal on. So now we're gonna go ahead and do a set of our butterflies with our sunflower here. And I'm gonna do the same thing where I'm gonna peel the backing off of the vinyl. And with these little butterflies, you do wanna go pretty slow. Make sure you don't lose anybody. And I'm not gonna really have to try too hard. These are pretty easy to line up. And again, if you're a little bit off, it's not noticeable. It's totally okay. That looks pretty good right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and again, I push down with my fingers first just to make sure I get it down. And then I'm gonna come in with my squeegee and make sure I get all those little butterflies. Again, you're gonna wanna go slow. Make sure that you're not gonna grab any little pieces and they're not gonna pop up. You see how that little butterfly kind of came up? I don't know if you guys can see that. Do you see how he's kind of lifting? That's okay, that happens. So all you wanna do is just press him back down with your finger and you'll be sure he stays. It's really important to let your vinyl cure for about 48 hours on any of the surfaces that you put it on. So what you'll want to do is just set this off to the side. Don't wash it. Don't do anything like that with it. So I'm going to turn this a little bit. And I think we'll put a decal like right here on the bottom. I think that would look really cute. Because I'm going to kind of offset them a little bit. Just kind of put them all around the cup because I just want this one to be really shiny and sparkly. You can make this bigger if you would like to and put it all over the cup. It's up to you. There's no wrong way to do these decals. You can just kind of make them your own. Now this one, we do have a little piece that wanted to lift. It's okay. We just pushed it right back down. And again, we're just going to kind of guesstimate where we want it. Now we do have a little lip down here. So you'll want to be cautious of that. You'll want to put the sunflower above the lip. But again, because of the taper and the way this tapers, this is not super hard to put like a roundy decal on. You are going to want to take your time and you are going to need to kind of do it in slow stages. So what I do is I like to press down the center and then if I need to, I will peel up the transfer tape a little bit. You can also trim your transfer tape a lot shorter, but I find this works really well. I just peel up my transfer tape from one side and as I'm peeling it from that side, it's going to allow me to start laying down the transfer tape and the decal on the other side. So this can take a little bit of practice, but don't worry, you will totally get it. It's super easy once you've done it a time or two. So you'll see how I've got my transfer tape kind of pulled up and see how I'm kind of pushing these down as I'm pulling up my transfer tape. I'm just kind of going across and I'm just going to push these down. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my scraper and I'm just going to make sure that I get these down really well because they are just along that curve. So you just want to be cautious. And then you're just going to go ahead and do just like you did with the other one and roll the transfer tape off. And you'll see that it just sits on there beautifully. And it really does go along that curve, even though this is kind of a little bit of a thicker vinyl. But see how nicely that sits? It sits really well. So now we'll do the butterflies. And I realized I didn't tell you where I got this little guy from. This is a really cool cup holder from Chipped Builds on Etsy. I will put her link in the bio or in the description down below. So let me go ahead and finish the rest of these. Everything else will be done just the same way. I'm just going to kind of scatter them around the cup and then we can take a look at how our cup looks. is the finished cup. This was such a fun project, and don't forget that you can download the free SVG at CorinneBlackstone.com and sign up for my free newsletter there as well. I hope you guys had so much fun learning how to work with opal vinyl on the stainless steel cup from the Mystery Box April 2021. If you have any questions, let me know in those comments down below. I'm always happy to answer those for you, and they can be questions about anything that you would like to know. I hope you all have a magnificent day, and happy crafting!